Hey guys, I'm going to go over the top 10 stocks to buy right now, and I'm not talking about long term as in 1 year. I'm talking about long term as in 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years out from now, this whole dip is going to be an incredible opportunity, right? As of right now, March 6th here, you're seeing that the overall market is taking a bit of a hit. If we could take a look at the SPX here, you can see on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, we were just having a bit of a pullback, right? And in my opinion, I think this is an overreaction, right? We already know that the overall market is going to recover anyways in the long term. So again, I'm not trying to time the bottom of the market. I just want to let you know that 10 years from now, 5 years from now, these stocks are all going to be a blessing in my opinion. And I think this is a really great opportunity to be dollar cost averaging. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the 10 stocks right now. And I'll also share with you the analyst price targets. This is just from firms and hedge funds. Just take this with a grain of salt. All right. So here is going to be NVIDIA. You can see there's a lot of buy recommendations, most of this being from 2025. All right. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at the stock, currently at $111, down about 5% today. And like I said, this is a dip opportunity, right? I don't mind being down for 6 months. I don't mind being down for even 10 months, 1 month, 2 months. I'm not looking at the short term here. This video is primarily for 5 to 10 years out, right? So NVIDIA here being down from the high of 153, currently at 111. Even if we dip down to 96, I think this is a good time to be dollar cost averaging. Personally, we already know that the all-time high is going to be tested, so let's go ahead and just measure out that move from the current price. Hypothetically, say we enter at 111. Eventually, we're going to see the all-time high be tested, and that's going to be a 39% move toward the top side from our current prices, okay? The downside is going to be potentially, in my opinion, about a 13% drop from where we're at currently. If you think there's a worser case scenario like $78, that's about a 29%. But if we're long-term 5 to 10 years, I don't think NVIDIA is going to be still remaining between 78 to 117. 5 to 10 years from now, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, NVIDIA is going to be way above our predictions here today. So 153, we know the all-time high is going to be tested already. That's already going to be a 38% move from where we're at currently. Going on to the second stock to be dollar cost averaging, I'm going to go ahead and go over Tesla, okay? This one's going to have the most potential, but it's also very volatile in the short term. So I think it's really important to note that we are dollar cost averaging for the long-term future, 5 to 10 years out from now. And so in the short term, you might experience a lot of downside or a bit of downside. And all I'm doing personally is buying and holding for the long-term future, okay? So downside for Tesla could be possibly down towards 240. Again, I don't mind adding at this current price, 263. And if we dip down to 240, I'll probably add some more as well. Some people believe that we might get a dip down towards 200, possibly 213. That is approximately a 22% move towards the downside. And what do I think will happen after, right? We're eventually going to test the all-time high. I've said this for Tesla many times before. If we just compare the current price of 263 all the way to the top there, that's an 85% move right there towards the top side, 488, okay? And again, we're talking 5 to 10 years from now. I don't think Tesla is going to be at 488. I think 5 to 10 years from now, Tesla is going to be way above 488. But 85% move from where we're at currently, that's a pretty good upside move in my opinion. We can go ahead and take a look at the analyst alerts. Let's go ahead and see. Scrolling down here. And here we see March 6th, a buy from Baird. This is new, by the way. This is as of today. $370 price target. Okay, Bank of America rating this as a hold, 380. Benchmark, 475 as a buy. Okay, and of course you're gonna see some bearish people out there. GLJ research saying $25 sell. I don't think that's happening in my opinion. Go back onto Tesla. Like I mentioned, this is a pretty good dip opportunity. All right. Third stock is going to be Amazon. You know, 5 to 10 years from now, this stock is not going to be at $201. In my opinion, I don't care if this dips down to 190. I'll probably be adding more. And again, I think this is a really good dip opportunity being at 201. Worst case scenario, in my opinion, during the next couple of weeks, if we do get a further dip, possibly down to about 196, 190, the percentage down really is only like 7%. If you look at the top side here, the all-time high, let's go ahead and measure the move as well. All-time high is going to be at 242, so that's going to be about an 18% move towards the top side. So in my opinion, no matter what I do, eventually it's going to be tested at the all-time high, eventually 18% move back up there, okay? And my prediction for 2025 is that we actually get a test towards 260. So it's a 26% move from where we're at currently. But again, think about it 5 to 10 years from now, this whole dip opportunity is just going to be a better entry. And again, I'm reminding you guys, I'm not trying to time the bottom. I'm just looking for a preferable entry. Amazon here is at a preferable entry, in my opinion. If we go ahead and take a look at the analysts, hedge funds, and firms, let's go ahead and take a look at their price targets. And again, take it with a grain of salt. We've got plenty of buy recommendations, most of them ranging between 260 to about 290, okay? Feel free to pause the screen here and take a look. And I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next stock, which is going to be Apple. Apple here at 234. And if you're looking for a potential bigger pullback, right, I think the worst case scenario is down towards 219. That's only a 6% drop in my opinion, right? So again, just my opinion here. And that would be a really good buy opportunity for my opinion. We know that the current prices is going to test the all-time high, which is at 260. That's a 10% move towards the top side. And again, reminding you guys, 5 to 10 years from now, Apple is not going to be at 260. We know Apple is going to be way, way above, okay? Eventually even passing $326 there. That's my personal price target going into the next 2 years. That's a 40% move, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at Apple here on Unusual Whales. We'll scroll down for the quick analyst info. We got price target C of 275, 260, 275. A lot of buy recommendations, a couple of sell recommendations, all right? But overall, Mag 7 is usually going to have a lot of buy recommendations. Next stock is going to be Google. We have Google here, 172, at a really, really good dip opportunity. If we go ahead and take a look at the downside, we've already tested the downside, so I don't think we're going to break any lower than what we already have of 165.80. If you think there's going to be a downside again, it's only like a 4% drop in my opinion. Possibly the worst case scenario would be 150. Again, 13% drop, but 5 to 10 years from now, it's not going to be at 150 in my opinion. All right, things could change, but out of all these stocks, I think a majority of them are going to do extremely well, okay? As long as you're diversified, I think you'll be all right, in my opinion. Towards the upside, we have the high of 207. That's a 20% move from where we're at currently. Do I think 207 is going to be the high of all time? No, I think 5 to 10 years from now, we're going to see a lot higher highs for Google stock. See what I'm going at here? Dollar cost averaging, even if you bought at the top, 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to be all right. But hey, we're having a really good dip opportunity right now. I'd rather be buying into fear than when we're all the way at the all-time high. Prediction on Google for the next 1 to 2 years, possibly 246. That's a 42% move from where we're at currently, okay? Microsoft, let's go back into Google real quick so we can show you guys the analyst. Let's see, there's typically a lot of buy recommendations ranging from 200 to about 240, 230. Okay, a lot of buy recommendations, a couple hold. And going into our next one, it's going to be Microsoft, currently at 396. Downside is about 6% at a low of potentially the 100 EMA on the weekly chart at 383. Again, between 383 and 410, I think this is a great dip opportunity. What I'm looking for is closer towards 520 within the next 1 to 2 years. 465 here is going to be the high of all time so far. And again, 5 to 10 years from now, do you think Microsoft is going to just stop growing, right? 15% move towards a high of all time. These are eventually going to be tested, okay? Again, not trying to time the bottom, just looking to get in at a preferable entry. Let's go ahead and take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft here with the latest one, UBS, $510 price target, and that's a buy recommendation. Everyone here except one, a buy recommendation, all right? And again, feel free to pause the video if you need to. Next one's going to be Meta. Meta platforms here, 633. Now, this one, if we measure the move from our current price to the all-time high, it's going to be about a 17% move. In terms of a downside move towards the 50 EMA, it's approximately a 12% drop. But 5 to 10 years from now, again, think about Meta platforms. Do you think we peak here and just fall? No, right? Max 7 is going to be pretty powerful long term. 5 to 10 years from now, we should see a big multiplier on this stock. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price targets for Meta. Like I said, price targets ranging from 800 to about 900, all being a buy rating. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the stock here. Currently at 634, and again, I have it between 630 and 557 being a really good dip opportunity. I wouldn't mind adding a position at this point. All right, next stock is going to be Palantir. Palantir here is quite expensive in my opinion at the moment. We did have an entry point here where we talked about in our previous videos for Palantir, ranging between $20 and $30. We did sell some right here, right around the hundreds. If you are looking for our live entries and exits, highly recommend joining our Patreon. Okay, it's all currently 90% off. We have our live entries and exits, and if you want to join for a lifetime, you can join here for $1,000. Pay annually if you want. Save 20% off. Okay, live entries and live exits. Feel free to join the Patreon. I'll leave the link down below in the description for this. If we take a look at Palantir though, let's go ahead and see. I believe there's only like one buy recommendation as of recently. Let's see. Oh, there's two. All right, so one from February and one from March here, 120 and 141 being the price target. These are the most updated ones as well. The other ones being a hold or a sell. All right. Back onto Palantir here. The downside for Palantir is really, in my opinion, about a 15% drop all the way down to about 74. The upside is going to be a lot greater, a 44% move, and I do think we're going to get a test of the all-time high again during this year of 2025. Think 5 to 10 years from now. Do you think Palantir is going to cap out at 125? I think we should be seeing a lot greater highs for Palantir going into the next 5 to 10 years, all right? Next stock here is going to be MSTR, currently at 298. High of all time is 543. Downside, possibly a 20% drop towards 236. We've already tested this, right? We hit a low of 232 and then had a reversal back up. And I believe we should see a reversal in the overall market as well as MSTR. MSTR, in my opinion, should be hitting 543. So watch for a volatile move back up toward the top side here. It's going to be an 80% move back up to 543. And again, 5 to 10 years from now, what do you think MSTR is going to be at, right? We can take a look here at the price targets for MSTR. Every single one going to be a buy recommendation. Most of them being from 2025 here. 400 to about 600 for the price targets. We got one at 619 there, 650 from benchmark there, okay? All right, let's go ahead and go back. And like I said, current price 297. Pretty good dip opportunity in my opinion. Prefer it between 295 and 236, but I can't complain if I'm looking to invest 5 to 10 years from now. Next one is going to be Coinbase. This is our last stock. Coinbase here at 217. The dip opportunity is going to be between 230 and about 183. So hypothetically, if you enter in 230 and it potentially dips further, that's going to be about a 20% drop to 183. But I think between 230 and 183 is going to be a really good dip opportunity. And again, right now, I don't mind adding in because I believe long term, we're going to get that test of 349, 350. That's a 52% increase from where we're at currently, okay? And I keep mentioning it. I'm trying to reiterate it. 5 to 10 years from now, Coinbase is not going to be at 350. It's going to be a lot higher, okay? High of all time is actually going to be at 429. So if I believe 429 is going to get retested there and not our recent high, that's going to be an 86% move towards the top side there. Take a look at coin now. Scroll down. And many of them being a hold and a buy recommendations. A lot of this is going to be from 2025. All of them from 2025, January, February, okay? Price targets ranging from about 250 all the way to, let's see what the high is, 350, 475. 475 there being the high, okay? That's going to be from JMP Securities. So if this is something you're interested in, highly recommend checking out Coinbase, MicroStrategy, Palantir, Meta, Microsoft, Google, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and NVIDIA. Think 5 to 10 years from now, and in my opinion, stop thinking about the short term. Otherwise, you're probably going to be afraid and sell out of your portfolio. But long term, especially for the folks that are watching this for the purpose of long term, if your dollar cost averaging into these 10 stocks, I think you'll do perfectly fine going into the next 5 to 10 years, okay? I highly recommend joining the Discord, link down below in the description. It's free to join. There's over 32,000 members. If you haven't joined yet, highly recommend joining because you can share due diligence, you can read other people's opinions, and ask questions anytime. And like I said, if you want to join our Patreon, Bullish Raid Patreon, you can join for a permanent 90% off discount. These tiers will be 100, 200, 250, 300, 400, and 500 per month for other new investors. But if you join today, if you join this week during the discount, you can join in at a 90% off permanent discount. And optionally, you can switch between annual and regular. Annual is saving 20% there. And eventually, if you do enjoy the community so much, join for a lifetime for $1,000, all right? Optional, but come on, check us out. I think the $10 one is worth if you just want to see what the community is about. You get access to 20 analysts, over 100 alerts daily. There's going to be day trades, swing trades, long-term trades, access to our spreadsheets, and then also our discussions on a daily basis, all right? Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.